Is it true that we have proof from under the water that Krishna's Dwarka actually existed? Then why aren't we learning about it? Now we are learning about Harappa civilization.
Now, whenever we talk about the existence of a city or some historical personage or others, we want to find evidence. And an evidence based narrative helps us to strengthen some of the claims that people might make or perhaps falsify them also. Now, it turns out that there is a research paper by the authors whose names you see on the slide from the National Institute of Ocean Technology in Chennai. These researchers took a ship equipped with sonar and they mapped the ocean floor of the Gulf of Cambay. This is the area where Dwaraka is. And in the process of their sonar mapping, they found underwater artifacts approximately 20 kilometers into the sea at a depth of about 40 meters. And it showed what looked like artificial structures about 9 kilometers long, which is perhaps like a city wall running about 9 kilometers long. One might ask a question, why do we have a city wall below the ocean about a 40-meter depth? Well, it turns out that during the last ice ages, approximately 18,000 years ago, most of the water was locked up in ice and the sea level was lower. In fact, it was 122 meters lower than what it is today, approximately, let's say, 400 feet or so. And about 10,000 years ago, as the ice was melting, the water levels were rising and the sea level was just about 50 meters lower than what it is today. Now, the existence of city wall artifacts at this depth is now consistent with what we know from the Ice Age records. Evidence of Hindu texts and several other texts say that Krishna's Dwaraka was in this area and it was submerged when the Mahabharata war ended. So it is very exciting to put together the internal evidence of Indian texts, the carbon dating of this artifact found, as well as the sonogram of the major structures over here, and say it looks like there is a submerged city over here. And we have to await more evidence where we can strengthen our claims and say, yes, this is Krishna's Dwaraka. Now, the second part of your question is, why are we not learning about this? Well, it turns out that from British times, powerful agencies have been controlling the narration of Indian history. Now, they claim Aryans brought Sanskrit and Hinduism to India about 3,500 years ago. Now, many researchers have debunked this theory as utterly false because the evidence is showing something contrary to what these claims are. However, we should continue gathering evidence to challenge narratives that cannot be held up and are clearly false, and we should change our textbook narrations based on evidence.